And that's inspired this discussion. Like I said the other day on Tuesday, is inspired by the book by Robert Kiyosaki. And I was just thinking that if all I can get everybody to do by this set of trainings is to read this book and imbibe the principles, I believe I would have made a success of what I want to do this week. And so, but we will continue. On Tuesday, we ended with the beginning of one of the concepts discussed in the book by Robert Kiyosaki, and that is the fact that if as you're building a network marketing business, you're building one business, but what you are gaining 8 wealth building assets. So we're gaining, by building a network marketing business, we're gaining 8 in 1. If you can hear me, please type, and you're following, type 8 in 1. 8 in 1. 8 wealth building assets by building one business. Thank you very much, John. 8 in 1. And we started with the first 2, but I'm just going to recap before I move on to the next 2 or 3 we're going to discuss. And the first asset that you build is a real world business education. So yes, you're building your business, you're building your networking business, you're selling your products, you're building your team, but you are gaining a business education that you may not get with so much trainings and educations you have participated in. So I mean, we talked about 3 types of education that there are, and we have scholastic education, where you learn to read and write, do maths. So that's a basic thing that everybody needs to learn. Then you have a professional education that basically teaches you how to work for money. It teaches you, your professional education prepares you for life in the E and the S quadrants. I know on Tuesday, and even in so many trainings in the last couple of months, we've talked about the cash flow quadrant, the E quadrant, the employee quadrant, and the self-employed quadrant. So your professional training as a doctor, as a lawyer, as an accountant, then as a technical person, an electrician, plumber, builder, all those, they just train you to work for money, to work, to be employed or to be self-employed, and to be on the left side of the quadrant where 95% of the population reside and where 5% of the world's wealth is. So you and the other 95%, we share 5%, and not on the right side where only 5% of the population reside and 95% of the world's wealth is. Now, the third type of education is financial education, where you learn to have money work for you. And you think that, okay, in business school, you would get that, but that doesn't happen. But in network marketing business, you gain all these skills. Like a good network marketing company, like our company, will provide a solid program of training in all these areas: time management, attitude of success, money management. So network marketing is a real world business school for people who want to learn the real world skills of an entrepreneur. And this came to light for me, I think a couple of months ago. And I will not, there was somebody I know that started a business, and somebody I know who is in a network marketing business also started the same type of business. And to be honest with you, the difference was clear in the approach. They both approached me to patronize their business, but the approach of the network marketer, the person who is in network marketing, was so different. By virtue of knowledge, the other person, I've known them for years before, and really that should have been the person I would have gone with. I should have gone, with. But the way the person presented the business, the way the person went about their business, it did not impress me. To be perfectly honest with you, I have leaned towards the network marketer who presented their business in a better way. And I know that that came from their experience, their learning, their training in network marketing. So that was the first asset we saw that you would gain as part of being one learning. I mean, you're building one business, but you're gaining 8 assets. The second asset is a profitable path to personal development. I also shared that day about the fact that network marketing brings out the winner in you. We all have the winner in us and the loser in us, and many of us just get by. We don't excel. We don't reach the peak of where we need to reach because we allow the loser in us to dominate the winner. So that is it. So we learn self-development in network marketing. So that was another part of another thing we learned the last time. So the third asset you build, you gain by building one network marketing business is a circle of friends who share your dreams and values. A circle of friends that share your dream and values. In network marketing, you have to hang out with people who are there to help you get richer. Robert Kiyosaki, by the time he was 15, he knew that he wanted to be rich. And he knew that one way to do that was to network with people who would help him in that direction, rather than people who just wanted him to be a loyal, hard-working employee. When we get into the network marketing industry and we're building a business and we're growing ourselves, what we're really doing is like a seismic change. It's like changing your religion. It's like moving to a new country, transferring to a new political party. In all these, your ideologies will change. A lot will change about you. I remember, this is a funny one. When I first got into network marketing actively, this was about 10 years ago, my first serious network marketing business. A few years later, my staff, my PA told me that she and my driver, they were sure that some people had 419'd me and that they were turning my head, and it was so funny that they were talking amongst them, and my driver was saying, hey, Shebi, it's me that will drive her to the place. Let's see them, 419 her. They were protective of me and they were a bit worried. And sometimes it happens like that when we get into, when we start to really understand network marketing and get into it, a lot about us changes. And I know that even conversations, I know that the kind of conversation I can have with one of us in here may not be the same I can have with my friends that are not involved in network marketing. They probably may not even understand. I mean, it doesn't mean I leave my friends or I won't be friends with my friends, but there are things that conversations I would rather have with Fadekemi, with Yoma, I'm mentioning these names because they're not even in my team. We're not in the same team, but we know that when we have these conversations, we understand each other, and the other person will probably encourage you in the direction of success more than a friend, a family member that doesn't even understand or even thinks what you're doing is strange, So another thing is that rather than surrounding yourself with people who are smiling at you but competing with you for the next promotion, you're surrounded by people who are just as committed to your success as you are, because your success is their success. And this reminds me also, if you've ever been in the corporate world, if you've ever been employed in an organization in the corporate world, what I'm going to share with you, you may be able to resonate with it. I remember when I started working, after my NYSC, I joined an organization, and that's the main organization I worked with for over 2 decades, before I retired from full-time employment. And the first few years of my employment I was getting my life together. There are certain things a young lady wants to do. You want to get married, you want to have a family, you want to all do. And so my first few years, I wasn't really thinking much about advancing in my work. Of course, I had a job. I was happy. I had a good job. I was going to work and coming back. And basically, that was it. But a few years later, in between that time, many of the people I worked with, they were ready they would go abroad the company would send them abroad for courses, they would come back. And I was happy for them, because at that point, that was not my dream. And when it now got to the point that, okay, yes, now I'm ready, I've basically sorted out this side of my life. Let me now start moving with my career. And then I got sponsorship to go and do my first postgraduate course, and I went, and even going was a struggle. Then I came back. Of course, I was full of zeal with what I had learned, what I want to put into practice. I want to change this, I want to change that. That was when I came in contact with the real world. People who were hitherto my friends, who were hitherto, we were all together when we were all young employees. Now I saw people kicking up a fuss against me, making negative comments, trying to put blocks in my way. These are things I wanted to do for the organization. No, the organization sent me abroad, paid thousands of pounds, both to the school and to me. And I wanted to come and put them into practice. And I just couldn't understand why people, my own colleagues, were against me. And I came in contact. And I, apart from my boss, I asked somebody who was not one of them really, but was one of my bosses, like, come on, why are these people behaving like this? He said, oh, okay, maybe they think you want to create an empire and sit on it. And honestly, that opened my eyes to the real world, So, but in network marketing, it's not like that. Your success is the success of everybody. Even if this person that's succeeding is not in your team, you're still happy. Well, at least I am still happy for them, because it's a success for the industry. It's an industry that we're trying to help people to understand. And if one person succeeds, you can even share the success of that person with somebody who is not in the industry, and it will elevate the profile of the industry. So in short, network marketing not just provides you with a business education, but a whole new world of friends that are going in the same direction as you, and that are learning same core values as you. So if you're following me thus far, please type in the chat box in a whole new world of friends. A whole new world of friends. And as we type, I share that, yeah, in this company and even in this industry, I have gotten to meet new people that have become even like family to me, people who I didn't know before, and now we're like family. You know, even in my former company, there, even though I'm no longer driving that business, I still have people who are friends, you know, who I didn't know from Adam. They're not the same nationality as me, they're not the same color as me, they don't have the same background as me, but there's still people I can call on at any time of the day or night, because we are united by being in the network marketing industry. So that is that is the third real world, I mean, the third asset that you learn. And I really hope that those of us who are in network marketing, where we understand this, that there's a lot, and we cannot, we do not need to feel, I know that maybe some people feel that when you're trying to reach out to people, you tend to feel apologetic. There's nothing to be apologetic about. You know, I think we need to imbibe these convictions. There's nothing to be, if you are inviting somebody to be part of a network marketing business, especially one like ours, you are giving them something valuable. And that's the way you need to go about it. Now, the next asset, and this training is also going to be short, you know, because I just like us to get those points and go back and look at ourselves, look at our businesses, and if it's one thing that you share, I mean, that you learn, that you're going to put into practice, please do that. So the next asset that we gain, sorry, I've actually not been moving my slides, just give me a minute. Like I said, though, it's really a discussion. So yes, so the next asset that the next asset that, just a minute, please. Sorry about that. So like I said, the next asset that we gain by building one network marketing business is the power of your own network. The power of your own network. You know, the power is not in the product, but in the network. And if you want to become rich, the best strategy is to find a way to build a viable, strong, growing network. You know, the best way to fully understand this is to read the book, but I'll attempt to summarize some of what the book says. Thomas Edison, the acclaimed inventor of the light bulb, though we are made to understand that he didn't actually invent it, he perfected it. You know, what was notable about what he did was that he designed the network, which was the system of electrical lines and relay stations that powered the light bulb. You know, most of us, so it wasn't so much about the bulb, the light bulb. It was about the network. You know, most of us may have heard if you have read the book, the quote by Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad. He says, the richest people in the world build networks. Everyone else looks for work. you know, and so I feel tempted, you know, when I talk to people and they say, "Ah, I don't like all these networking things, Jerry," and I feel like saying, you know what, the richest people in the world actually build networks, but you know, because they do not understand, I can't just plug that in without trying to help people to understand. You know, fortunes have been made by those who figured out how to build networks. So someone like Sam Walton, I think he's the initiator or founder of Walmart. He didn't just he didn't manufacture goods for people, but what did he do? He built the distribution network that delivered goods. Then Bill Gates didn't build computers. He built the operating system that ran computers. Jeff Bezos didn't publish books. He created the online network, Amazon, that delivers the books. Now they deliver so many other things. I mean, you on Amazon, and even as I've been here in the last, where I am with my brother, things coming, deliveries coming every day from things bought on Amazon. You know, so it is the network, you know. And the beauty of network marketing is that you get to build your own network of people. And, you know, I want to encourage us again, you know, to realize that, yes, you know, we sell the product, you know, we sell the product and we talk about the product, but is the network, is that the network through which that product is distributed, that is your power. It's the power, you know. Robert Metcalfe, there was an equation he created, and it's V is equal to N squared. Sorry, let me see whether I have my. Are you seeing my screen, please? By the way.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we are.
Oh, okay, because somehow I'm not seeing the screen any longer. But anyway, let's just go on. You know, V is equal to N squared, meaning that the value of a network equals the number of the number of users squared. So if you have one user, okay, it's one. If you have two users, it's 2 squared, 4. If you have 3 users, it's 3 squared, 9. If you have 4 users, it's 4 squared, 16. If you have 5 users, it's 5 squared, meaning that you are adding users arithmetically, but you are getting value in geometric proportions. That is very, very powerful. And this means that a network acts as a lever, where you employ leverage. And like I said, I really would like to encourage us to read this book. There are just so many amazing principles that help us to understand. And, you know, we have the different ages have passed. We have the industrial age businesses like General Motors, General Electric. We have transition businesses that are in a way like networks, but they're not quite. Franchises like Subway, like McDonald's, like our own Tasty Fried Chicken and all those, they're like networks, but information age businesses and true network marketing companies. Now, as a network marketer in Green Mondays, you may think your job is to show the value of and sell reader. Actually, your job is to communicate information, to tell a great story, and to build a network. And I add, yes, you have to demonstrate the values of reader range. You have to get the product. Our goal is to get the product into the hands of every home in Nigeria. But doing that is to the extent that it helps you to build a network of users, a network of other people who are doing the exact same thing as you. If you're following me, please type in that my duty is to communicate information, tell a story, a great story, and build a network. Build a network. Please, let's type. Some people can type communicate information, some can type tell a great story, and others, please type our job is to build a network. Yeah, communicate, tell a great story, communicate information, tell a great story. I'm yet to see build a network, build a network. Our job is to build a network, tell a great story. Well, yes, now we're building a network. Very important. It's going to be a shift. It's going to be a shift in our mindset, in our thinking, but that shift is going to take place the more we participate and the more we read books. And that is why readers are leaders. That is why readers are leaders. And in the next 2 to 5 years in this company, we're going to see the difference between those who are building a network, who are reading, who are understanding, and those who are selling products. So if you're here, and I'm not saying it's important to sell. If we don't sell those products, they will not get into the hands of people. They will not get into the mouths of people. They will not get into the homes of people. We will not be able to elicit those testimonies that will get more people to buy. But at the back of our minds, at the top of our minds, we need to have it there that my goal is to build a network. My goal is to build a network, and that can never be overemphasized. So that is the third, that is assets. Sorry, what asset is that? Asset 4, I think. Sorry, just a minute. I somehow can't see my screen. Just a minute. Please, can you tell me what is on the screen? Because I don't know what's happening. I've lost. Can somebody tell me what is on
Asset 4?
Yes.
Asset 4, the power of your own network.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay. So now asset 5. Asset 5, which is probably the last one we're going to talk about today, is a duplicable, fully duplicatable, fully scalable business. So the 5th asset we gain by building a network is a duplicable, fully scalable business. I want to say something today, and I'm sorry if I'm going to sound somehow. If you are not duplicating yourself in your downlines, your network will ultimately die. Network marketing, one thing that was said in this book is that network marketing is not for those who are gifted in sales. Yeah, and that may sound somehow. I talk to people and say, I love selling, but you know what? Network marketing, the key to success in network marketing is not what you can do, but what you can duplicate. It's not about selling, but about sharing with family and friends. Doesn't that sound a bit contradictory? But it's not really. You cannot be the only superstar in your business. Who are you helping to be just like you? I know that, I think I've shared this before. The first company I actively did network marketing in I would almost say I was almost the only, I don't know, maybe I was the only person, the only superstar, so to speak, because I didn't have too many people who were able to do what I could do. The trainings, I'll have trainings every week, I'll be leading those trainings, and I didn't know, I didn't know better. Yes, sometimes some people would join, would be able to train and all that, but I've realized that if you are the only one that can do certain things, your network marketing might not survive it. Like I asked, who are you helping to be like you? Even if you are new, you need to be looking for how to duplicate yourself. I know that in the book, the 45-second presentation, How to Own Your Life, we talk about duplicating down. By the time your downline has duplicated themselves down to their third generation, that is when you can say you have a downline. If you have a downline, that you just have a downline, you don't have a downline. If you have a downline that has a downline, you don't have a downline yet. If you have a downline whose downline has a downline, yeah, then you can say you have duplicated yourself. That is to your fourth generation. So that is very, very important. And you see, the company, it's about teaching our downlines, teaching the people we bring in to duplicate themselves. If we don't help them to understand the importance of duplication, then they won't understand and they won't do it. Then we talk about being scalable. Something scalable is something that can exist on any scale, can grow as big as they can, as they want to. And you see, our company is giving us tools that are making our business scalable. And what do I talk about? What do I mean? Like, for instance, doing presentations. It's great to be able to do presentations, but not everybody can do presentations. But you know what? The company has given us videos, even videos of all these presentations that we do. They're all available on YouTube, such that you don't really need to know how to do a good presentation. As a matter of fact, I know that the presentations that we've had, in the last few months, they have been amazing. The funny thing is, when I'm prospecting and I want someone to hear about the business plan, I don't even give them my own presentation. I look for whose presentation will meet their needs. Maybe the person is in the UK, or the person is in the US or Canada. Of course, it's pieces presentation I would give. If the person is a certain person, I may give CM's presentation, So the company has given us tools that we can scale our businesses to as much as we want, and we need to use these tools. Now, another thing about being duplicable and scalable is the power in your network is not what you can do, but what your people can copy. It's not what you can do, but what your people can copy. So we need to help our team members to copy us, to copy, let what we're doing, what we're teaching be what people can copy. And let us make use of the tools that Green Monday is giving us to make our business scalable. You see, because of this, as you build your network marketing business, you are building a fully scalable asset. An asset that can grow as big as you want it to be, as big as your vision can carry it. And you see, another thing is, this may not be directly, related to what we're saying. In a way it is that even as we build our businesses, how far are we seeing ourselves? Are we seeing ourselves as Black Diamond directors, or we can only see as far as 4-star. We need to see, and you know, this is just a tip. We need to look at our businesses, look at even our team members, and help them to the point that, because your downline who is a 1-star today, you need to look, is this person's attitude to the business, action with the business, is this person going to be the one that is going to take my business to Ruby director? Meaning, is this person ready to push to be a 5-star director, a 5-star manager? You know, these are the kind of things that we need to be looking at in our businesses. So today, I mean, we have talked about 3 more assets. We have 3 more, and they're going to be talked about the next time, of 3 more assets that we gain in building one network. We gain 8 assets, and we have talked about 5 of them now. So I hope today we have learned something. I'll be happy to answer any questions we may have about what we have talked about so far. Thank you all very much. I know some people are just entering the room. Ooh, did we record? Like, I don't remember. I don't think we recorded, but anyway. So do we have any questions? Do we have any questions or any comments? Oh, great, thank you. The record button. I don't know why I'm not seeing anything. Once I don't know, something happened. I couldn't see anything. Oh, great, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, no questions. Well, I think I'm going to break protocol today. I'm going to break protocol, and I'm going to ask us to, there's somebody here who is their birthday. And since we're here and the person is here, I think we would